Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, how are you doing? How are you doing? This is Kenya Revolutionary. Ingieni hapa na mweke like mara moja hata kabla sijasema habari. Karibu wherever you are, where you're from, Africa, America, South America, North America, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, Asia. Karibu sana, karibu. Leo ni kukunywa Coca-Cola. Unajua kuna joto. Spring imefika saa mpaka tukue fancy. Hiyo mambo ya kahawa tuweke kando kidogo. It's afternoon. It's hot. Leo sijui temperature ni 80 or something. Or 70 something, whatever I am. So, hey, karibu ni sana. I'm feeling good. Well, just a quick update. This might be my my last live before some time. I'll take a break a little bit. Nitaanza kuweka ma uploads tu kidogo. Cause you know, kuna vitu ambao, you know, I'll be committed elsewhere, so you know I won't be able to be coming on live as often as have been, because you know I have to make a trip somewhere and do some stuff. Okay, but anyways, tuendelee mbele. Karibu sana wenzangu. Let me see my friends on X what they are saying. Kama wako hebu ingieni hapa. Karibu. Topic today, I'll be very brief. Leo sitaka sana. I'll be here for just a few minutes. I might be here for only 20 minutes, or maybe more. I don't know. But I won't be here for long. But karibu sana. Like the video, please. I'll start with, the topic here is Sifunarization of Kaguchia. Why do they keep on sending this dumb Kenya Kwanza people in Citizens TV for Sifuna to just have breakfast with them? I mean, what's going on? Kenya Kwanza, can we find somebody with the brain? I mean, everyone is like, hey, Sifuna's super senator, he's intelligent, he will destroy in a debate. You don't need much to debate these guys. These guys are dumb, okay? These people who they keep on saying, where's Kalwale? What happened to Kalwale? Kalwale, can you come back and start debating Nani, Sifuna? Because these are the people they seem to be. They are struggling kidogo. Kalwale. Kalwale, come back to morning show with Sifuna. Sifuna is bullying everybody. He was bullying the Pokomo elder. Now he's bullying this some whatever his name is. I forgot his name. The guy was annoying. I mean, you know somebody's losing a debate when they keep on interrupting you and you're trying to make your point, and they start being offensive, you know, it was bad. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I just got some clips from the is it Citizen, whatever, and I'll play some of it so you know what I'm talking about. Other news, Moses Kuria aliyamwapisha nani, what's her face? This lady that was supposed to be in this murder trial, she escaped. I forgot her name. Yeah, that lady, whatever. And somebody else is coming out and saying that she hasn't been employed. They nullified basically her employment. They said, no, she's not employed. She's not a government employee. So there's a matter about that. Actually, let's read what's Nanim. Let's start with that, actually. And we'll also touch on our friend who was sentenced to death. What's his face? Joey Kuria, whatever his name is. And again, I mentioned yesterday, there's a debate about is death penalties, you know, unfair? Is it vindictive? Is it something that's not, you know, some people are supporting it, I am for death penalty. I am for it. Okay? I am for death penalty. People should be put to death. And I'll tell you why, okay? To watch a members, you savage. Actually, there's some tweets I want us to read. Let's read together. Let's start with this. I'm all over today. I'm freestyling. It's going to be my last live before a while because I'm going to nitapotea kidogo. But let's just address this death penalty thing. Let's start with Miguna, then we shall look at also what Mutua said about this death penalty. They're not supporting it. I support death penalty. There's some people who need to be put to death. Okay? Kuna watu wanafaa wauliwe. I've always argued in my channel here, if a child in Samburu somewhere cannot get clean water, cannot afford food, okay, hawezi kupata healthcare, hawezi kupata chakula ya kukula, dies of hunger, okay, because some politician somewhere anakula hiyo pesa ambayo inafaa kusaidia hao wananchi. That politician should be put to death. Anyone. Yes, Brother Benson, I see you there. Brother Benson, I'm going to go to your channel. By the way, guys, if you haven't, he had a very good interview today. I missed it. I came from somewhere in the morning, but nilisikia kidogo, I was driving, but nimefika nyumbani. So I'll share the link. Let me share the link so Brother Benson can come here and give us some insight of his. Brother Benson kikuja umejua mambo imechacha. So let me invite him in ndio ingia tuambie his great mind. Let's see what's in mind. Haya, Brother Benson ndio hiyo link basi. Haya. Karibu sana. Ndio hiyo. Yeah, so like I was saying, I follow Brother Benson. He has a wonderful interview today with the Professor Oguda. Is it? Oguda, yes. And I will be listening to that once I finish this. I just wanted to make this live for today. Brother Benson, there's the link iko hapo hivyo ukitaka kuingia. Karibu sana. Oh, ndio huyo. Haya. Let me muingiza hapa hivyo. Haya. Karibu. Hey.
Habari gani mkubwa?
Mzuri. You know, I usually say Brother Benson like, ukiona ameingia kwa channel leo, mambo moto.
Kuna mambo moto. Mimi nataka tu kusikia unasema nini tukusupport.
Yeah, asante. Yeah, you had a very big interview today. I'm yet to listen to the whole of it. I follow the prof on Twitter, and he has very wonderful arguments. Those are one of the people who I follow. So I will be listening to that. And anyone who's watching this, please go to Brother Benson. Kuna huko moto, you know, about all the stuff. Yeah. So
I had Professor today. Our conversation was about the Luo Care. We were more or less of Onagi Nation today. Mm-hmm. We were just conversing about the Onagi Nation leadership, and we centered all our discussion on the Luo Care, because Luo Care is a cultural, and you know, they've been wrangles. There are two factions that are fighting for that Luo Care. So as a prof, I was just, I wanted to get his opinion on what he thinks, because like at the same time, I saw somewhere he was nominated as ambassador to the Luo Council of Elders. So I was asking which one, because we know people are fighting. So, but he was very, very, very much clear, and he talked about it. But it's a conversation that we will continue with him at some later date.
I saw your friend, one of your most interesting guests was on Spice FM. I forgot his name.
Pig Ding.
What's his name?
Is a Pig Bin.
Pig Bin. Is that his name?
Yes. Odimwengu.
No. It was the what's his name? He's a UDA guy now. He used to be.
Oh, I had like two UDA members. I had yesterday Honorable Douglas and Ken. You are talking of Ken Ondiek.
I think I think it's Ken Ondiek. He was on Spice FM, and I actually have a clip of him. I will play it later. But yes, he was. I told you he's one of my favorite guests on your show. I wish you could bring him back.
I will bring him back. He will always. If I let him know that I'm having a show with you, he will always come. He always avail himself.
Yeah. So niambie, fungua roho. I see Goody on the comment section. Goody ya habari. Fungua roho, Brother Benson. What do you want to talk about? Unajua ukiingia sasa tunakuachia uwanja.
No, actually there's I'm not talking about you talked about the death. You are talking something about the death penalty.
Yes.
And you know, there's something that I've really learned, and I was seeing at the comment section and major social media. There's one thing that people tend to forget. And they were asking where are the Joey's friends, and because like you would see a picture of Joey and the friends during the time maybe they were enjoying, and during the time now the sentencing was taking place, he had only his family members. So I will talk in terms of the social life. You know, one thing that you should always remember, I usually don't blame friends, because what is the commonality that brings you and your friends? you know, because the very moment if you get money and you join this boys club, you know, what makes you to join boys club is the money. Yeah.
Yes.
Once the money is not there, you cannot afford that, so you have to leave.
Yes.
So you should not blame friends not being with you, because there was a factor that was connecting you or making you to come together. When that factor is not there, then you are not going to be there. So
Yes.
it's you to choose your friend very wisely and look at where do you belong. Don't go for
Absolutely.
1,000 if you know you cannot maintain 1,000. Stay at a free station, friends. Free zone here. The free zone will be with you.
Yes.
That is one thing. Another thing also, like I can share the sediments that I saw on a social media. There was somebody on a social media was saying, like
Is it Mamito, the
not
one that was making fun?
no, not even Mamito. Forget about the one
Oh.
from Mamito. There was a guy alikuwa anapatiana akasema, kama unajua una pesa, fanya zaidi uwezekanalo, usiingie kwa mambo ambayo itakuletea tatizo, kwa sababu maskini haana haki. Kama unajua unaweza. So nadhani alikuwa anaongea ama alikuwa anazungumza kulingana na maoni yake kuhusu hukumu ambayo imetolewa.
Yes.
Kwa sababu alitaja vitu mingi sana, watu ambao ni wabenywenye ambao wako na pesa, ambao pia wako na court cases, lakini hawashikwi na hata they're not, the proceedings are not going on. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He mentioned so many people that I don't want to mention.
Yes.
But like he said, like for Joey even did not take even like 3 years, but some people were running with 10 years with those murder cases.
Yes.
But Joey did not take. I'm not saying that you should kill somebody,
right,
but we are asking, how should justice work? Yeah, we are talking about justice. How does it work? If you have money, it tends to grind very slow. It's like being pushed. Yeah, it's grinding. You are so much heavy that it cannot grind you. But if you have this less money, mazejo inakuchukua mapema tena haraka.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, so that also should be a lesson. Actually, it should be a lesson to majority of the youths, especially when you look at the Kenyan context. I mean, the Kenyan scenario, environment, when it comes to law, justice, and everything. Look at yourself, evaluate yourself. You feel like if you don't have money, unatoka kwa familia maskini, erevuka sana. Ukuwe na akili, usiongoze mtu akufundishe, jifunze wewe mwenyewe kwa vitu ambazo umeona zikitendeka, ndio baadaye usikuje kuwa victim.
Yes. Maoni yako ni namna gani? Are you for death penalty or against it? Well, because I was speaking yesterday, I said that I don't know how the Kenyan in your legal system works. I know in US you can be sentenced to death, but you can appeal the death sentence, na maybe wanaweza kuirudisha to life sentence or something like that. And I saw Piki Ponki, your good friend, who was on your show. Alisema hopefully pia nani atapili hiyo death penalty so that they can reduce it to something else. What's your take on death penalty in general? Are you for it or against it?
You know, I might be for it based on the circumstances. It depends on who is being persecuted. You know, when you look at Joey Irungu, I'm not saying that he did. If indeed he did that, you know, I'm not saying it's good to take somebody's life, but this is something happening for him for the first time. You know, how do you correct society in such like cases? You know, because like there are places whereby you can have somebody convicted with parole. Yeah. And with parole means maybe you're going to be in there. We see on how you behave in there, then you can come out. But this thing happened to Joey. Joey maybe did it once. He doesn't have any history of maybe murdering maybe 10 or 5 people, you know. But the judgment it came as a surprise,
Yeah.
it came as a surprise. If you look at one of the things that, if you look at Joey's life, I don't think he's somebody who can be very, very lethal to society. If maybe he's in jail and maybe at one point he comes out, he will uh, make those atrocities. I don't think so. So in Joey's case, if I'm not for it. Joey is still a very young person. He's one person that has a room to correct himself. He made a mistake, if in case he did, and he could have not been could been sentenced for some years, even for him to learn.
Yeah, because I think also there are some people who are saying that given who have followed the case closely, I haven't, I must admit, but wale watu wamefuatilia closely, they say that there's a good chance that he's actually was never directly involved in that murder. There's some, they can, so that's
But
another thing. But yeah,
that's another thing. Something that also happened. This is something that you have to know. If you are involved in such like cases, find a way of being very truthful. Be truthful for your attorney. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's that client attorney privileges that the attorney cannot give out some things that you've told him. Yeah. But if you're giving false information, it may end up making you to be a victim.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah.
false information, or if you're doing something to cover up, or maybe to take the blame.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If to take the blame, it's I'm not a legal expert, but there's so many things that it makes you ask so many questions, even if you do not have that legal expert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Because
sorry, go ahead.
let's say like if for justice to be, that's why you find like in places like America, they have what we call the jury, before proceeding to the real case. So after the jury has made a pronouncement, or after them voting and maybe finding you guilty of all the counts, then now they either the federal will come in, to like, this one could be like a civil lawsuit on him by the federal. So from there, when you're going for federal, you can decide to go with the verdict that was given by the jury, or you can defend yourself. But in this case, if the jury was there, I think he could have gotten those counts, but he could have not got the death penalty.
Okay. What do you make of her then girlfriend? Is it Maribe, who was given a job by Moses Kuria? Apparently, they're saying that there's another PS who came in and say, this akupewa kazi. What's going on?
I saw actually there's a letter that has come from the state clarifying that she was not appointed. But our country, anything is possible.
That's true.
Everything is possible.
One day you're a murderer, the next day you're something else.
So
now, switching gears. Yeah. I've been telling you here, I know your boy is also growing in stature. Alisema asipoingizwa kwa nini on the table, atavunja your table. And my choice coming from the ODM side is also is growing on most Kenyans. Anamaliza Kenya Kwanza huko kwa Citizen TV. I always say that Sifuna has a level head. He's level-headed, and a debate up and is a straight shooter. What do you think? What do you think with matamshi ya nani? We see your friend Babu Owino alisema amesikizana na Joho, alipiga picha pale, and then Oparanya kwa ile side nyingine anasema sisi pia tuko huku hivi tutaendeleza. What's going on in ODM?
I think I told you earlier, Babu has made a name, and and Babu also listens to the ground, because when you're doing statistics or when you're getting opinion, just go to social media and read what people are saying. That will give you a answer for what Babu is saying. Because remember, Babu wanted to become the park chairman. Uh, it never went his way, and it was given to Honorable Mbadi. But it tells you the younger generation, yeah, because they're not given chance. They're not given chance to express themselves. You know, and they're capable. Not that they're not capable. It's not only Babu Owino. If you look at the cliques of Babu Owino, look at the clique of Ndindi Nyoro. Yeah, forget about the party affiliation and see what these guys are doing. Yeah, just check Kiharu, member of parliament, Ndindi Njoro, what Ndindi Njoro is doing in terms of development, especially in education. It is quite encouraging. You put party aside and like give credit where is due. Not sometimes if I don't agree with you due to the fact that you are in another political affiliation, yeah. But what you are doing, yeah, what you are doing changes the life of the people, making those poor or the poor women or the poor family who cannot afford to go their children to go to school are going to school. And those are the kind of leaders we want.
And this is your area, because you focus a lot on leadership, especially with the youth. Now, is it a case? Let me play the devil's advocate. If I'm the old people, the people who like the old leaders, is it a case of the young people? They are qualified, like you said. Maybe kama Ndindi Nyoro, Babu Owino, they are qualified, they're competent, and they're being when kama hawapatiwi nafasi ya kulead, or is it that Kenyans generally they prefer the old people? They feel that sisi wale watu mtu mzee ako na experience, so hawa vijana wangoje kidogo. Experience is better than kuweka mtu kama Ndindi Nyoro ama Babu Owino. So let's go with experience. So that's why maybe Baba was very niniaka choose Oparanya, and also Joho not to alienate the young people, but he chose Oparanya too.
You know what is happening with these young people? Something that people do not know. These young people, they don't have what we call the regionalism kind of politics. They don't depend on their region like as their core. Yeah. They run on Kenyans. They're looking at the Kenyan fabric. They don't look at where they are coming from. Yeah. But they're looking at what kind of Kenya can we bring up, the Kenya that everybody wants. Yeah. Right. But when you look at the old, they're still going with this narrative of our regionalism.
Right.
That if I'm not there, then our people are not going to vote for you, and that is kind of like fear they sell to you. That fear they sell to you. Somebody might question what can Babu Owino do, but remember, even if you look at the history, none of us here would say that as a perfect history ever since we were born and to where we are. We've made mistakes. We've made mistakes. We've corrected our mistake. Babu Owino is now a married person leading a family. Even if he has like mistake he has done during his past years. But you can see he's one guy who has a family, is running a family very well. Let not suppress them. Let's give them a chance and see what they can do.
So kwa ground, ukiona if Oparanya goes head to head with Babu Owino, even within ODM, you think Babu Owino will beat him on ODM, within ODM?
No, he cannot. Maybe Babu Owino might not beat Oparanya. But in some cases, Babu Owino will beat them. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The only thing that will happen is that there's what we call the educated youths. Yeah. Especially the educated youths will go with Babu Owino.
Yeah, because he has his tie with the universities. He's very popular within the the
educated youth, the people with the guys with the diploma, the campuses, but the people who might go with the Paranya are the old guards who feel like they're being entitled in the pretext that if you support me, I will give you this. It's an exchange. But the learned, the highly educated will go with the Babu Owino.
What about watu wa mtaa, watu huko ule huko mtaa huko ndani?
Hata watu wa mtaa wataenda na Babu Owino. By the way, watu wa mtaa wataenda na Babu Owino kwa sababu ukiangalia hata watu wa mtaa, majority of people who are in the mtaa are the people who are learned. It's just like they don't have jobs.
Okay.
That is something that people need to know. When you go to this even Jacaranda, go to Jacaranda or this Bunge la Wananchi.
Yeah.
Majority of those people are learned. Some of them have Form 4 certificates, and they reason very well. It's just they don't have jobs. Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes you cannot bring for them try to bring this kind of like regionalism kind of politics, and they say this is what we are going to do. And even if you come to Mbadi and Babu Owino, I don't think Mbadi can beat Babu Owino.
Yeah, Mbadi doesn't have that charisma that Babu Owino has. Mbadi is more like book smart,
And even Opio and I'm telling you for a fact.
Yeah, Opio and I don't know where he came from.
Honorable Opio and I cannot be Babu Owino because the reason why I'm saying he cannot be bad, the kind of politics that they do. It is a politics of riding on the fame, because
Yes.
I remember, I don't know whether it was Honorable Pio and I that I listened to him. He was asked about the NADCO report, and he said something that even me, I did not, I might quote, even me, I did not know that apart from the cost of living, there are some other hidden things that were very important. I say, hey, what are you saying? Check some clip. I think he might be him.
Yeah.
So we cannot throw the baby in the basket. And I say, okay, you are reasoning. I say you are reasoning well, but how does it change the life of a common Kenyan?
Right.
If we have the two deputies of an official opposition leader funded by the government with all the office and secretariat of his own and all, how does it solve the issues of Kenyans?
Yes, that is a fair question. To me, I think Babu Owino, the person he's going to face. I think Joho has influence there. They're probably working together. But to me, my personal favorite from ODM side, as you know, is Sifuna.
Yeah, and I would like to see Sifuna and Babu Owino, Oledama, these young folks coming together. Because if you look at history very well, the time of Gitobo Imanyara, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, they created the 6 beard. They created that clique. Yeah. Nobody created it for them. So I think it's time for people like Babu Owino right now to create that break that ceiling.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. If they feel they cannot negotiate with you on the table, then the way he said is going to break the table, not necessarily breaking the table, but now forging your way so that they see how important you are, then they can call you back.
Yeah. Where does that leave my friend Kalonzo? You people are alienating my friend Kalonzo.
I told Alex one thing, yes. And I'm talking from somebody who is studying politics. If by any chance Kalonzo and Ruto are running one-on-one, President Kalonzo and President Ruto are on the ballot, President Ruto is going to get more votes in Luo Nyanza than Kalonzo.
Hey.
Or if not
break
more...
Break it down. Okay, no, I see where you're going. Because, in fact, I was talking to Alex and Julia yesterday, and we were saying there might be a coalition by 2027 with Raila Odinga and Luo Nyanza. Of course, Raila Odinga brings with his Luo Nyanza with Ruto in the future. Maybe you have a different view.
I have a different view, and this is my view. Even if he doesn't get because if they run, Raila is not there. One thing that is they are going to be voter apathy
in Nyanza.
Let us agree on that. If Raila is not on the ballot,
okay,
there will be no driving factor. Maybe if they put Babu Owino or somebody who at least people love,
Yeah.
But what makes me think that um, Ruto might get more votes than Kalonzo in the Luo land if Raila is not there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing you back to 207.
Mm.
When I bring you back to 207, the person who was supposed to side by Raila for Raila victory to be given back was Kalonzo. But what
Mm.
happened? Yeah, because Kalonzo was the third. Remember,
Yes.
from the election, Kalonzo was the third.
Yes.
And when people are still struggling to figure out what is happening, the next thing we know, Kalonzo was already
Aliingia ndani huko.
Aliingia ndani is the vice president, and that one killed the morale of everyone because people knew if he comes and join forces,
Uh-huh.
that would be good. That is one
Mhm.
incident, is that trust, especially between Kalonzo and the people, kind of like went down. It was not
Mhm.
only with the Luo nation, but with including the Kalenjin nation.
Yes.
People feel he betrayed the country at the hour of need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come during the referendum when people talked about the watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How did that watermelon came? Because he was 50-50.
Yeah.
So that trust, the trust
Yeah.
with the people,
Si mtu wa mzimamo.
that trust and that trust with the people, that's another incident. Then come again on the recent one in 2022 on how he acted.
Oh, when it took a long time before joining
Before
Baba. Yeah.
joining Baba,
Mhm.
and whereby people felt like, oh, now he should go, and even is coming among the people who are supporting Baba. They were not very 100% sure of if indeed he come fully to support Baba.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that's how Nani was thinking, which yes, I agree with you. People see Kalonzo as somebody hana msimamo, he's not,
Eh,
yani ako hivi hivi, you don't trust him. Hiyo trust issue.
so
Ako hivyo hivyo.
the trust issue
He's slippery.
is slippery, but compared to Ruto is very smart
Yes.
when it come to politics. Give it to him. Even if you
Yeah.
say the president he knows how to do his lying and all that, but give
Right.
him to him as a politician. He knows how to entice. Even if you hate him, he will still make you to love him.
Yeah. What
Despite, yeah.
mm, what Julie actually made up the point that actually opened my eye was this. She said, which I saw it too, but I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't know.
Mm.
So yes, Kalonzo will not be trusted by people, especially from the Luo Nyans or the West, Luyas and all that stuff. Okay, so that's why most likely he went and found Uhuru Kenyatta because the people of Mount Kenya. Let's face it, since Tom Mboya's death, which divided the Luos and Kikuyus, the Mount Kenya people will always not vote for anyone affiliated with the Baba, or they're not comfortable with any Luo presidency or something like that. Okay, so Kalonzo being someone who is neither Luo or Kalenjin, because everyone is tired of Kalenjins and Kikuyus being president. Okay, Kalonzo can be that compromise. He'll be that new figure that people say, okay, let's settle for this Kamba, since the Kikuyus may not vote for Luo, so they will settle for him, and Kenyans are tired of Kikuyus and Kalenjin, so let's settle for Kalonzo since he's not from all this tribal Tunenio. That's why he went and you saw him with Uhuru Kenyatta and what's his name? Wamalwa and somebody else. I forgot his name. Moi Gideon. Yeah.
No, Moi,
I know Gideon is not he's not influential, but
let me tell you, if you look at Africa, especially the founding parties that have I think like the founding parties, the ones that I know are kind of still very strong. I think only CCM of Tanzania is kind of like still strong. When you go to South Africa, ANC is not doing good, but I think the EFF and the DA cannot still beat the ANC.
You think EFF won't?
No, EFF cannot beat.
When is the election? It's coming up soon.
Yeah, election is coming up soon. So the DA, if you look at the Malema's Malema's ideology,
Mm-hmm.
Malema ideology is more African and very tough. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but they've not penetrated as such. But they're doing good. The EFF is doing good as compared to DA. And if you look at the DA party is seen as uh, kind of like affiliated with the Africana or like the whites of South
Yeah.
Africa,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So you find like for them to feel like they're very relevant. There was a time they bring my money to the picture
Mm-hmm.
to be like to feel it like it's more or less like African party. But
Yeah.
my money did not. He did well by giving the speech, but from there he did not do well. So
Mm.
it's the EFF. I'm telling you, during this election that is coming, they are going to gain a lot, but they cannot gain that is going to match the ANC.
You think? Because from what I hear, most people don't like ANC because they think that ANC is corrupt. There's a lot of allegations. But I mean, that's my just.
Yeah,
I'm not saying.
it is there.
So
And
yeah.
if you look at what happened, there was a time Malema was having birthday and Zuma wished him happy birthday, and people thought maybe Zuma has left the ANC. There was also another meeting that happened that Zuma did not attend.
Mm.
Yeah, so that one was playing a part. Okay, maybe Zuma is combining forces with Malema, But that one later it came like Zuma attended one of the meetings, and that one confirmed to people that Zuma is still with ANC. But from where I sit, I think the EFF, they're going to gain grounds better than the last general election. But I don't think they can still beat ANC.
So you think ANC is still going to win?
The ANC, if they don't win, they're going to merge with DA to form the
beat
government.
EFF.
To beat EFF.
Okay.
Yeah, I see ANC because like I don't think like Malema can come and join with ANC. He can only come if they're going to give him presidency.
Well, he left ANC and they say that he left because of corruption and all that stuff. So I don't think they will welcome him back. He was the Babu winners of ANC at that time.
but no, they work together. If you look at the major towns in South Africa, they call them the provincials.
Yeah.
You will find like there are those provincials whereby they negotiate. The DA will negotiate with ANC and the EFF, because in the provincials are this small government that they usually, so they will say we are giving it to EFF, that is going to be their government. They usually negotiate such like cases.
Okay.
So in politics, there's nothing that you can say is impossible, provided that the power is given to you.
Yeah, the reason why I said what I said is because even today Sifuna said that let me know if you are in a hurry. Don't nisikuweke hapa nisikuteke nyara.
Okay, all right.
But I was saying, Sifuna was saying today that the policies that Nani anaweka huyu Huruto are the ones that are going to send him home. See, it's not even the opposition by himself. So anybody who will stand there will take him out. So I think the onus is on the opposition side. If they stay together, hii Azimio kikaa pamoja, and they rally around one person, watashinda Nani Ruto early na mapema, whether Raila is there or not, because you just heard about the VAT they want to introduce on bread and
milk, 16%.
Exactly. So
and who was this guy? Oh, I forgot the name.
Which one?
This guy was with Sifuna on the show.
Kaguchia. Is it Kaguchia?
No, there's this. Is it Coast guy?
I know who you're talking about. The one, the older guy. He looks, yeah.
He was talking about like you go and buy bread, then go to the government and refund you the VAT.
Yeah.
Like, hey. What kind of leaders do we have?
They don't read. I want to watch the whole interview because it's an eye opener. And actually, Sifuna was embarrassing them because he mentioned that these people don't even read these bills.
Leave about reading the bills. There's something that we call taxes. I'm not very expert in taxes.
Yeah.
But what usually happens when the government does not refund money to you because you bought an item on a shop.
Yeah? Right.
The government will look at the the yearly annual
Mhm.
income, how
How
the
much you
money that
make?
how much you made.
Mhm.
Sometimes you've worked overtime, how
Yeah.
much you made,
And you spend the one you
you
spend.
spend, and your expenses. There's some expenses that you cannot
Mhm.
add on when you are doing return.
Yes.
The things like something that I know you can add on your taxes is about the mileage for your car if you're using your car, because like
Yes.
when you buy the fuel or the gas, you pay those taxes, and those taxes should come to you. You claim the mileage through there. Then
Mhm.
also if you give donation, yeah, you should let government know that I gave this donation to government. It was not tax, it was out of your
Yes.
money. So the government, from there you can get a tax refund. But you don't
Mhm.
buy bread at after getting 16%, you collect all this and go to the government, now return for me my tax. Hey, tell that guy to learn something about tax, bwana.
No, to me, and I didn't hear that. So you're telling me now I want to watch the whole interview. But to me,
Go
the
go
one that Mhm.
go watch. I say, like, how is this guy arguing? Ah.
To me, the few clips that I saw when these guys are arguing, and it happened. These people don't read the bill, so they don't even. You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even looked at, okay? But you just pass it because ulipata orders from above. Then later you find out that you you don't agree with what was passed, the
and
implication of it, and you
and
start complaining.
and that's why sometimes I ask Kenyans, let's question these leaders. Let us just go with the political party. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
you saw even the other time, or the MPs from Central Kenya, you voted for the bill in parliament.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are coming and you are now the part of people protesting. You are a legislator. Why did
Mm-hmm.
you have to pass it in the first place if you don't understand? It is not bad to seek advice
Right.
and understand what you are voting for in parliament.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just vote because you are you belong to a particular party. Now we want to pass this, is going to create employment. That is
Yes.
not how, that is not what leadership requires. And Kenyans should start interrogating these leaders rather than interrogating the political parties. Let
That,
us forget about interrogating political parties. Leave political parties alone. Let us
yes.
interrogate the people that we are electing.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people that are going to make laws and make decisions that are going to govern you and make economy grow. Political parties does not grow economy. Political parties does not do development.
Mm-hmm.
Political parties has nothing to do with the growth of economy. It has, the growth of economy is about good leadership, the people that you elect.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep on electing political parties, taking them to parliament, that is up to you. You will keep on crying, crying, and crying, and crying, and crying. That's my parting shot.
Thank you very much, brother Ben. So that is what I've been preaching, and I've been saying we have to hold this aim. These are the representatives.
Yeah.
We have to renew. That's why public participation is very important. And I've been arguing this. This is the only way how we can put Ruto and everybody else in line, our governors. Thank you so much, brother Ben.
And maybe to talk about the constituency development fund. These things are very good idea.
Mhm.
And even giving IMCA a kitty. But Kenya is over represent. We have represent.
Overrepresented, yes.
We've been representation is we have highest representation than any other country in the world.
And they want to expand that by NADCO.
So let's say, for example, we have a governor.
Mhm.
Then from governor, we have a senator.
Mhm.
We have MP. We
Mhm.
have women rep.
Mhm.
We have MCA.
By the way, what is the role of the women rep?
They take the interest of the women and young
Really?
adult, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I was just asking that because I don't see how useful it is. But go
So
ahead. Sorry.
so if you want to give all these people kitty, in the same locality, we have woman rep.
Mhm.
There we have the county assembly. You've also given him money. So we want to give bursary for education. We have also the the MP.
Mhm.
How are we going? Governor also has a scholarship.
Mhm.
How are we going to give the money? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the best way we can say, this is what I'm thinking. If we know that the CDF, maybe 80% of the CDF is going towards school fee, the governor have a scholarship, the MCA now will be having his own kitty that also will try to pay for education. Yeah. Why can't we merge this and we have one database and we know that in my county I have these people. Secondary school is for free. There's no giving 2,000 for a particular kid. We make so we take that education, the bursary fee that you are going to give to that one to be controlled by the governor, or if it's coming from the central government.
Yes.
Another thing, it gives the incumbent a mileage when it comes to election, because they will have something to point out that I did this, but you did not do it with your money. You did it with government's money. So what are you telling the person who also wants the same seat? He will not have anything to say. Like I say, you want to campaign. There's a road that I started the other day, I've not completed. Take me back to parliament, I will complete it. And it was not completed because you knew what you were doing.
Right. Yeah.
So I think like it's a good idea, but like there's a law that should be put in a place to protect even other members of the community that want to vie for those spots. So the incumbent should not use the money, the projects he has funded with the government money to be part of his policy to campaign. That one will be wrong. It doesn't create level field for his competitors.
Yes. And one other thing that I also realized that I didn't know, that the government actually gives money to the political parties. Did you know that?
I know, and that's
I'm
why
against it. To me, I'm against it.
And that's why
I think political parties should raise their own money. What do you think?
No, political parties should not raise their own money.
Why?
This is what usually happens. The political parties, they should be institution. If they are institution, then the government can fund them. But what happens in our Kenya scenario, the political parties are owned,
Yes.
Because take, for example, if you come to UDA, who is the patron of the UDA?
Ruto.
Yeah. The president himself.
Yes.
And the patrons are always given the chance to be to be nominated as the flag bearers and the people who are going to run for an election next year.
Yes.
Look at all political parties. All the big names that you're seeing in political parties are usually the patrons and everything. When people go to vote as in delegates, nobody can compete against them. That place is kind of like reserved, and that one does not kind of like give it a democracy. When you come like places like Europe, or when you come to America, what usually happens is that any money that is contributed to do election, even you in your kitty, it taken to a political party. Once you're done with the election, those money should be given back, or should be accounted for to go back to the party. That's why you find like people, the delegates will vote. That's why like now you see the Republican, they were voting. There are so many presidential candidates that wanted to become Republican flag bearers. Yeah. So that's why they do those nominations. Yeah, they ran to this, and you find like the delegates. So the delegates give you that opportunity. So if you got more delegates, you will be the flag bearer. And if you look at very keenly, that is what our political parties have borrowed. They will go to Kasarani that the delegates are going to vote. And when the delegates are going to vote for the presidential candidate, you find nobody is saying that I'm going to compete against Raila Odinga for ODM flag bearing, because nobody's going to vote for you. Is either you will be termed umekuja kuharibu chama. All these other parties, you cannot go against the bosses.
Yeah, but
so
yeah,
go ahead.
I was just saying, even the US, you see that they put a cap on how much you can give. The government does not pay the political parties.
No, it doesn't.
So that's why I'm saying, if let's say, if ODM was, or UDA, whatever the case you want to use, if they were a political party that are not supported with government, okay, ni watu wanachanga, whether it's the corporations or just people, watu wanatoa 5 bob hapa, but there's also a cap. I think it's more, you cannot give more than 2,000 or something like that per person. You cannot give it. So when that it's voluntary. So when you pay you pay to that party, it gives you membership, and also you feel like you have a stake, or it's like I have shares in this party. It doesn't go by how much you give, or whatever, but yani the party inajitegemea mwenyewe. Now, if the government is giving these political parties money, it becomes a business, and the late Kalembendile made his wealth out of that. He was alikuwa anaanza mapati alafu anaingiza watu, and he gets paid.
And I think the government is paying you based on the number of MPs and the number of elected officials you have, and that's what brought issues during the COD. Remember, there was the money that the government gave out, whereby if you can remember, the affiliate parties were complaining, but based on the numbers, ODM had more members of parliament than any other party, so they had to get a larger share. Remember those during those wrangles.
Yeah.
So that is something that is there. But like, if it was, to me, I think like it should be like an institution whereby it is free for all, whereby everybody can compete for those posts. And another funny part with our parties too, a majority of the parties, they do not have like duly elected officials. Most of the officials are appointed.
Nominated. Yeah.
No, they're appointed. Wewe kuwa Secretary General. They don't go for.
You don't.
Malala was not. Malala was not elected as the SG for UDA. He was the president. Just gave him. Edwin Sifuna was not elected. He was appointed by Baba. Look, all these political parties. I don't think they usually do election for their officials. None of them has like bona fide officials according to their constitutions and regulations.
So think about it. Maybe you are Wiper Party, but your taxpayers' money is paying UDA to do their business. Don't you think that is where I don't like this idea of the government paying this political party? When they raise their own money, I think that law should be changed. But that might be a discussion for another day. I see you stretching. I know you have things to do.
Sorry, bro. I've ruined your show.
No. Actually, you've made my show. I came in. I had nothing to talk about. I was going to talk about Sifuna, and you actually had a very good discussion with me. So I thank you. I'm going to wrap it up. I didn't think I was going to stay up.
Thank you so much. Go and watch Edwin Sifuna. He's doing a good job for informing the public, and we congratulate him for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you every time, Brother Benson. Anytime. If you haven't watched Brother Benson, please, guys, go to Brother Benson and subscribe there. Go watch all those wonderful interviews he has. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Brother Benson. He made my day. See, I didn't even plan anything, and hey, Brother Benson came in and blessed me with his mind. So, and go in the comment section there, ladies and gentlemen. I have 7 minutes. Let me play this little clip by Sifuna. I was planning on playing it, and so let me play it so you can get an idea. Like the video, please. Kama mtaki kulike, mimi sijui mtafanya nini. I don't know what to do with you. Mtafanya nini? Like if you don't subscribe immediately. Mwache kucheza na mimi. Mimi sitaki kucheza na mtu. I don't want to play with anyone. Kabla sijaenda kuangalia Europa Cup. Hebu subscribe hapa mara moja. Subscribe na mu like immediately. Na sio tafadhali. Sio tafadhali. Let me play Sifuna's interview here. Interview today is Sifuna, Edwin Sifuna. I've been telling you I'm not ODM, but I mean, he's doing his job. So I'll give to me, whether you're UDA or Kenya Kwanza, if you're doing your job, I will shout you out. If Babu Owino is doing his job, I'll shout him out. Yes, I will. I shall. Okay. So that is something that I will do, because we have to encourage positive when this, yes, our politicians are they're all over the place. Most of them are not doing their jobs, and we have to mention that. We have to remind them. But if they're doing something right, we have to give them props. Sifuna is one of those politicians who, he's really doing his job. I think he's doing a decent job. And, and I'm not just saying this because his clips of, him and his clip with those, the elder of Pokomo is now kind of went viral. No. This man, he tackle issues head on and, makes his point. And he's right on most of the, and he has been actually very, very consistent in his take on this issue. So that's why I give him props. I won't go as far as saying that I will vote for him. I don't know yet. I'm very careful with my vote. Your vote should be sacrosanct. But let's play this clip with Sifuna, then we shall go on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll put the clip, I'll put the neo kama mtu mwingine anataka kuingia ingieni. But let me play this clip so you can understand what happened. I haven't watched the whole Ninio, but here's the clip of Sifuna today,
on
this
the
morning.
2 products consumed by millions of Kenyans, saying that these are mostly consumed by affluent Kenyans. Honorable Kaguchia, we're talking about the front page of the Daily Nation. Their new plan to tax bread and milk, 16%. Milk and bread are currently 0 rated, but Treasury is now seeking to levy VAT on the 2 products consumed by millions of Kenyans, saying that these are mostly consumed by affluent Kenyans. As a member of parliament, if this proposal gets to the floor, is this a proposal you will support or not?
Trevor, one of the things we need to understand is the government will need to raise money. And the money the government is raising is to advance the Kenyan economy agenda. And what every finance bill does is that it brings proposals which...
one thing before I let him continue, what gets me with this gentleman when they say government collect taxes because they want to raise money to bring development and all this nonsense, okay? Which is fine. Everybody knows that ushuru lazima ilipwe. But overtaxation is what the problem is. First of all, if this government is serious about raising money to conduct its business, okay? The main reason, the main burden that we have as Kenyans is the debt that we have acquired. Why is it that we always skirt around this issue? We always are reminded that we have to pay taxes because we have huge debts that we have accrued. So the normal thing to do as Kenyans is to sit down and say, hey, why can't we audit this debt? How much do we actually owe? How much was legally acquired? That is the question that we should ask ourselves as Kenyans. Hii mambo ya kusema tu tuna tax every financial year, fiscal year, your finance bill inakuja, tunaongezewa tax, VAT on bread and milk, as Nani is reminding me here. Every time tunaweka tax, we shall be taxed everything. Even it will be taxed for every breath you'll be paying 20 cents. Yani we cannot keep on taxing. Na tunachukua, we're getting other loans, taxing, and more loans with high interest rates. Taxing, more loans, taxing. When will it stop? At some point, we have to sit down and say, hey, listen, let's sit down and actually look at these loans. Were they used properly? Were they acquired legally? If not, those people who took this loan should pay it back. Our constitution says that. Number 2, if it was acquired illegally, those who walichukua, they should pay for it. Okay? So we can actually see how much we really owe. That is what we need to do. But you can't every year, every fiscal year, we introduce the finance bill, we shall tax bread and milk. Tomorrow you shall tax, I don't know, fuel. Tomorrow tax you're taxing everything in the name of raising money. Hakuna kitu kama hicho. You're not going to get anywhere. Una squeezing the mwananchi, for everything they have, the little they have, you're squeezing them. We have to stop this nonsense. So I don't buy into this nonsense that this young man is trying to tell
helps
us.
The government to raise funds from different areas. And as parliamentarians, then what we do is to interrogate the different revenue raising measures that the government is introducing.
You should interrogate how much money and wastage that we have. Funga, seal the wastages, seal it. the loans that we've taken that were illegal, sell it, US parliamentary. See at you, let us look at what we can tax you on. What's the new thing we can tax? Oh, bread and milk. What the hell is this?
And ordinarily, a finance bill will have various tax raising revenue or revenue raising measures. And what as parliamentarians will do is just to interrogate what is a new aspect that has been introduced vis-a-vis what we already have, vis-a-vis what we were able to collect in the last finance year. And then we definitely look at the implications of whatever new proposals are. Yeah. Now, what definitely parliamentarians will do is that they will approve some of the tax raising measures, and others will not get approval, and that happens in every finance bill.
So this one,
so this is one of the proposals that I want to believe Njuguna Ndung'u raises in one of the forums. And so once it comes, we'll interrogate and look at it. I know it's not
on face value. Is this something you'd consider supporting?
Well, I think it will have a challenge, especially when it comes to the issue of.
He's not answering the question. He has been asked on face value. Is this something that you would vote for? He's beating around the bush.
Bread and the issue of milk, because these are household commodities.
Ujamaa. Listen, he was not asked.
Kaguchia, you're talking about the front page of the Daily Nation. Their new plan to tax bread and milk, 16% milk and bread.
They did not ask him if the bill is going to face challenges. They asked him, is this something on face value? Is this something that you would vote for? And he's not answering. Let's listen to the second clip. And this will be my final clip.
That he's a tax lawyer, so he might be capacitated.
Allow me to say.
Yes,
Sifuna needs to be very honest. He needs to look at taxation from an expert point of view and not as a politician.
Right.
And
easier to answer it. So let me hear from Sifuna.
I have never heard anywhere that he's a tax lawyer, so he might be capacitated.
Allow me to speak.
Yes, Sifuna.
Allow me to speak. I have never claimed to be a tax expert.
Yeah.
But Owen Baya cannot lecture me about honesty. You have put a very simple question to these two gentlemen here this morning.
Yeah.
If this proposal comes to the floor of the House, will you vote for it or no? They should give you a simple answer. Hii kizungu mingi, it shows you the dishonesty. I have had members of parliament, Trevor.
Hii kizungu mingi. Oh, shit. Oh, Sifuna. Go on.
Argue against a bill during debate. And I'll give the clearest example. Unfortunately, my friend Harwale is not here. When we were debating the water bill, he actually stood up and he said it is time we need to push back against these unconstitutional bills that are coming to the Senate, bills that are taking back devolved functions or clawing back on devolution. At the point of voting, Khalwale voted for that bill. And it happens with this gentleman. What Kaguchia will not tell you, I had proposed sometime on this show that when it comes to voting on critical bills like finances or like taxation, if you want to tax the avocado farm, let that vote be taken in Mukurweini, not here in Nairobi. Because when he's here, he feels very safe. What he's calling populist politics. You are a representative of the people. I remember asking, are you sure that the people of your constitution or your constituency want this bill to be passed in the manner that it is? And they said yes, because they want roads and so on and so forth. On the ground, it's different. Because I speak to members of parliament, even from the region. One of them is a very close friend of mine, and she said her mother has one avocado tree. One. She's been selling these, and it produces avocados maybe once or twice a year. And that is what she knows. She's being told that she needs to register on eTIMS for this one avocado tree so that she can sell her horticulture. This is the implication of a vote you took. It is not populism for you to get to the ground and then realize that you did not represent your people. You represented your boss, the president, who told you you must pass this bill. This constitution, Trevor, requires me as an elected legislator to, number one, consider, debate, then pass a law. You must consider it. I'll give you...
The only point I will disagree with Sifuna is their boss is not supposed to be Ruto, the president. Their boss is the people who voted them in. But I see what you're saying. Go ahead.
The example, we are talking about bread here. Did these two gentlemen, for instance, consider the implications of passing the Sugar Act in the manner in which they passed it. The Sugar Act is currently before the Senate. These two gentlemen passed a law that imposes a 4% tax on imported sugar, industrial sugar. Industrial sugar is what is used in producing of bread. When they passed it, did they consider the implication on the prices of bread? Did they consider the prices, the implication on the prices of confectionaries? Everything that is used in production, industrial sugar is used in production, including beverages, including confectionaries, all of those things. There's going to be a cost implication. When Owen Bayer argues against input VAT and manufacturers claiming, you should also listen to the manufacturers themselves who are telling you that if they are able to claim back the input VAT, that benefit is passed to the consumer. And that, in fact, if they are not able to claim that input VAT, it will be claimed directly from the consumer. There is that argument as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I will not go on. I will keep it here. This is enough. I've been here for an hour, but the basic argument here with what is Sifuna is saying, the imported sugar for the VAT, if you apply it, it's going to affect production. It's going to, the implication might be that we shall pay high for the bread and everything that is used in this production through this sugar. And if the farmers, you know, it's either they'll transfer that your burden, you have to pay VAT, they'll charge that bread high so they can make up for the taxes they're paying for importing this sugar. Okay, if you get the drift. Okay, so basically he's telling his counterparts that you guys need to be a little bit more alert, read about these bills, understand the implications of passing these bills when they become law. Just don't pass things because Ruto told you, hey, petition on a petition, okay? Read, understand it, think about the implications of how it's going to affect the common mwananchi. That's basically what Sifuna is saying, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, and comrades, I thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel, like it, like the video. See you tafadhali, tafadhali. See you tafadhali, tafadhali. I want to be live for a couple of weeks. I will be going somewhere, okay? Tons of vacation young with springtime. Pakani nice. But I will be uploading videos. But I will come back to my lives. So subscribe. So pate notification niki upload video. I'll be making videos. And make sure you subscribe. Now wake a notification up ukipata nini video. You see it. You'll see the things that I post on my X. Follow me on X there, as you can see. K Revolutionary. So this is basically my last live for some few weeks, days. We'll see how it goes, okay? But I want to thank everybody. Please like the video, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. My name is K Revolutionary. I'll see you guys around. Peace and blessings.